from the Workplace Ninja Summit in Baden. Smart talks, sharp insights, and stories worth sharing. This is the Workplace Ninja podcast.
So good morning, day 4 of
Good
the...
morning.
Is it really a good morning?
It's supposed to be.
Yeah, it is.
The look on your face tells a different story.
I'm a bit tired, but let's continue the conversations that we have today. I'm really looking forward to it. My name is Frans Oudendorp, co-hosted by...
Haja Dalwal.
Thank you for joining.
Yes.
And I'm really looking forward to talk with these guys.
Yeah.
These are the most...
I joined because you are having such a good morning. I thought maybe I'll help you out.
Yeah, you can ask the difficult questions. But we have the most smartest guys of the conference in our recording.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
you are right.
Where are they?
The coffee guy.
Yeah,
He's definitely one. Yeah.
So it's day 4. We are up to 4 or 5 recordings on this podcast interview station, something like. How do we call that? But
the podcast show.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. And we have 3 community state sessions from, I think it's RoboPack, it's Nerdio, and we have, I think it's an attendee that needs to present some nice stuff as well. So it's good. But we have on the table Joost Gelijsteen and Rudy Ooms. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Short intro from your side, Rudy.
Who are you?
I'm Rudy Ooms. I'm a Microsoft MVP for 3-4 years. And let's hope I will be there for a couple more years. As they call me the troublemaker, Mr. DLL, because I find it funny to look at DLL files just to figure out what's happening. And yeah, that's me.
Yeah, and you are the guy with the DLLs who everyone is running to when they have issues, isn't it?
Yeah, because I can figure things out, how it works from the inside. And with that information, I can talk with Microsoft engineering to at least tell them my side of the story, so they can find out what's happening server side, and well, they can fix that.
Well,
and Joost, what are you doing, and why are you
keeping me in line?
Joining him on every session?
So I'm Joost, and and I'm VP for 3 years, and my main job probably is keeping Rudy in line.
Yeah.
And
so when I'm going to be kicked out, he's also being kicked out.
Probably. But if we find something what is broken or could be better, the both of us are going deep diving into the system. He's checking in the DLLs, and I'm trying to make the line and drawing the boxes, translating it to Microsoft. So
you're doing the marketing stuff?
No, it's more leader team. What we're calling it. He's marketing, and I'm leader team, and we've got an engineer on the Microsoft side. So
the Mel team.
Yeah, and that's our team where we're doing stuff.
Rudy keeps Microsoft busy.
That's one way to put it. I'm not sure if that's the opinion as well, but yeah.
They're keeping them sharp.
They're sharp.
Yeah. I think that's the better announcement.
Word. Yeah, you're right.
But you guys did I think more than one session on this event.
We already did one session.
Yeah.
Next session is today.
That's going to be a fun session as well. But
yeah.
What's that about? What's that session about?
The first one?
The one today.
No, let's start with the first.
The first one. All right, let's start with the first one.
What is that about? The first session? OMA DM.
OMA DM.
What's that for the ones who do not know that?
You know the Windows Phone you got in way back in 2010 or something?
I know.
Yeah.
Well, Microsoft needed to come up with a way to let Windows devices to communicate with the Intune service, and they needed to figure out how to do that. And they just thought, well, we got Windows phones talking with our server side. Let's use the same protocol for Windows devices. So they just put up the OMA DM protocol, which is used on phones, and they put it in Windows. And we were trying to tell the story how Intune feels slow today because the history, because everything was based on Windows phones, and they are now slowly moving towards a better protocol, a desired state protocol, Windows declared configuration, and with a complete new infrastructure behind it called MMP-C. So I felt that we needed to tell the world, because Microsoft wasn't doing that, in my opinion, to tell the world how Microsoft is evolving and how Microsoft is creating something way faster for everyone.
Is that the reason that they are moving to MMPC? It's faster.
Every new feature, everything that Microsoft now comes up with will start to use MMPC and Windows declared configuration, because that's the way to go, the fast lane. Well, I stole that quote from someone, so he needs to change his slides, I think. But I'm calling it the fast lane because the old lane is slow. This MMPC with WinDC is the fast lane.
So I actually just listening to you now, I know about OMA, DM and all that stuff, but I didn't realize it started from the Windows Phone.
Yeah, even if
I
you
had no idea.
If you open up the OMA DM executable file and all the corresponding DLL files, it even mentions Windows Phone provider.
Okay, interesting.
So it wasn't built for scale, and that explains
the slowness and stuff like that.
Yeah, all the round trips it needs to do, because that's what the phone did.
Yeah.
And well, with the Windows declared configuration, you now got one big document that's being sent down to the device, and it will be kept in a desired state on the device itself without needing to check in to the service, which in my opinion is amazing. And at least we were trying to convince Microsoft for like 3 years now to at least start talking about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the first time we asked for it was here.
Yeah.
So that's 2 years ago.
Oh.
Pinky was here.
Yep.
Pinky and Sangi were sitting in the same room, laughing and smiling.
That was the first time we talked about MMPC. That was more on the EPM state, because EPM was the first
future that was used.
Product was using MMPC on the backend. And we started talking to Sangi and Pinky, asking for why don't you tell about it, because it's something new, it's awesome. You're doing a lot of
You need to
work.
be proud of it.
Yeah.
And that's when it became a thing and started to happen. And now Albert, he's next on your podcast as well, is going to talk on stage about the fast lane, and OMDM is being used by 250 million devices Windows. So that's a lot. I think it's more than they thought it would be.
Okay.
And what they're telling right now, this MMPC thingy is the first step to the next level of MDM management of our devices. So it's looking good.
And of course the whole Windows push notification service that's also responsible for the fast lane also needs improvements. So that's what Albert was showing in his session, focusing on that part.
I see. Okay.
Why is it the MMPC? Why is that critical for features like EPM or device inventory?
Because that's a totally new infrastructure, and otherwise you still need to talk to the Intune service, and that wasn't built for scale. And MMPC, a totally new infrastructure that's built for that scale, because it's faster. And for EPM, the moment somebody wants to elevate a process,
you need it fast.
You need it now, not within an hour.
Yeah. No.
We want it now.
Right.
So
back in the SSCM days, we know how long it can take.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
to explain it a little bit, OMDM uses get, set, get. So it's going to push down something to the device. Device is going to send something back and back, forward. So a lot of round trips, and that's just for one setting.
Yeah.
MMPC is doing it a little bit differently, and a little bit faster as well. So it's going to send a document and just pushing it down with all the settings at once. And it can be done offline as well. So if it's not talking to Intune, it can be set and reset it as well if there's something being tempered or something else. So totally different, faster, way faster, 2 seconds until, what can we say about OMDM? A setting can take?
we've seen it in the Pokemon trace. One setting to apply a get, set, get on one setting, it took like 5-6 seconds for one policy. Imagine you have 5,000 policies.
Mm-hmm. Takes way back longer.
Yeah. That's why the sync button sometimes errors out. And if you Do the same thing with MMP-C. If you hit the sync button, everything is shipped to the device and applied within 1 or 2 seconds. Everything.
And you said offline too, which is important, right?
Yeah.
Do I need to prepare as a sysadmin something for this?
Ensure that you're not blocking dm.microsoft.com. That's the most important part. If you have SSL filtering in place, a Z-scaler, or everything that acts like a proxy, you need to ensure that dm.microsoft.com and all the subdomains are allowed. Otherwise, well, no new features, no new policies once everything is moved over.
And you guys have written blog posts about these things, right?
Yeah. Okay. Just a couple.
Golfforcloud.com, probably.
Yeah. Most of the blogs, those blogs from MMPC, WindyC, are on my blog and on Joost, his website.
Yes, yeah.
Nice. And the other session is coming up for today?
Oh, that's going to be a funny session. Hopefully Microsoft is not there.
All right, what's that?
I
want to hear about that one.
Oh, sorry.
Where's that about?
Well, everything about productivity, security, how things can break your environment, and what we think you need to do about it.
So the whole idea about that session is don't deploy everything at production the moment it's there. So if a new feature is being shipped by Microsoft or they have some new policies, please don't deploy it to all devices. Don't deploy it in prod. Test it first on a couple devices. Because we are going to show all the security features or all things Microsoft created. And if you would have enabled that at that time on all of your devices, well, if you were a consultant, you will be rich.
Have fun.
And now we're talking about, I'm looking at the session description.
Yeah, the session description is a little bit weird.
Attack surface reduction, config refresh, MDM device attestation, device health attestation, local admin protection, security baselines.
Yeah, so for example, config refresh, even Microsoft acknowledged it. They released that feature. They pulled it back because of me. Then they shipped it again. They pulled it back because of me. Because they broke it. And once they re-shipped it, it was broken again.
I see. Rudy.
So I was like, the moment I was on holiday, and I was sitting at my laptop, and I was like, well, that's not good. Then I texted a guy from the Mel team. I was like, that shouldn't happen because I think it breaks this, and it also breaks certificates renewal. So every single year, the Intune certificate on your device that secures communication between the device and the service needs to be renewed. And config refresh was breaking that process. So imagine that you have enabled config refresh on all your devices, and a couple months later, that Intune certificate needs to be renewed, or 6 months, 7 months, depending when the device was enrolled. That certificate needed to be renewed. But with config refresh in place, that wasn't going to work. Imagine that you have like 100,000 devices with config refresh enabled. 100,000 stale devices.
Yeah.
So
I want to ask you guys, what are your thoughts about security baselines? I know there was a major controversy very recently, maybe about 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Short 2 months ago, and it was like there were two sides of the story, kind of a thing, and
in our podcast of the Netherlands Workplace Media, we have a lot of discussions about security baselines. First thing, they're good. So it helps your getting your environment more secure, quickly, more productively, right? and secure on your devices. Mm-hmm.
I feel a butt coming.
Yeah, definitely.
There is a butt.
Bring it.
Probably too. But yeah, take care because there are a lot of things happening. Microsoft released it last time and they didn't do a great job because there weren't a lot of settings in it. Mm-hmm. There were some sits in it and not the accounts, so things were broken. People cannot log on anymore. That's the same part we're going to tell this afternoon.
Right.
Because
but there was also something about upgrades. right? Wasn't there something about that? Like if you upgrade from one version of Windows 11 to another, I can't recall that all the details of
the
it.
security baseline upgrade weren't that good because the settings, what you already set, weren't copied back to the new upgrade. But that's why, Kenneth and I always speak to a lot of guys, and we like not to use the security baselines delivered by Microsoft, but use it as a template and create your own baselines settings in settings catalog. And
so
then
when I was a customer engineer at Microsoft, and I was working with financial customers and stuff, one of my recommendations at that time to them was, if you're an organization that just started with Intune, you just want to get quickly secured and stuff. Okay, fine, security baselines, whatever. But you tell them to go do your own settings and stuff because of the issue about tattooing, right? A lot of people don't know that, right? You set it like, oh, now we, 3 months later, no, we don't want that. We want to do. They're already set. Now you got to push another setting to undo that setting.
The opposite setting,
right?
Yeah.
So,
well, luckily most of the settings are not being tattooed anymore. But back in the days, it was such a big issue.
Yeah.
Every single setting you need to flip it to the upside to ensure it was off or on. It was
yeah.
Luckily that part has been improved, but still you need to know what's inside those security baselines, in my opinion, and create your own version of it. So at least you know what it does on the device. So if something breaks, you know what the policy is doing instead of, oh, we got a security baseline.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's in it. I'm not sure what's doing it, but well, my device is secure.
Right. So the other one, I know you have a lot of questions, but
Copilot prepared them for me.
That's exactly what I was going to ask.
Oh,
but let me ask my
$50
question.
for you.
So
that was a deal.
You guys have been long-time sysadmins working from config manager to Intune and things like that. Obviously now there's a big push for Copilot, right? Copilot, AI, Copilot stuff. What are your thoughts about it being part of Intune and things like that? Like, right, you got GitHub Copilot to do your other, scripting and things like that, which is phenomenal. A lot of people like it and stuff. But now you got this other area that's being pushed into, in a skilled area where people do the things they do.
Well, I'm not going to share my honest opinion. My mouth is shut.
No, it can be helpful.
Okay.
The thing, what I think is it's sometimes way too expensive for the things you're getting right now in Intune, but I think I know what they're going to do. It can be helpful when you're opening up a policy for the first time in a sysadmin way. Someone created a policy. You have to check what it is, what it does, what the impact is on your users, and you can ask your Copilot on the left side on it. And it's telling you what is happening with that policy, so it can be helpful for the first steps in that new tenant, what you're coming into in a customer way.
But
there's no but in that, because that can be helpful, but it's not helping you out.
So I see where you're coming from. That's good, but I'm going to play devil's advocate and say, isn't that making
people more stupid?
Dumber, right?
Yep.
Because if you don't know what you're doing in general, if you're not learning anything, right? You're just making something do the work for you.
I'm not agreeing with that.
No, you don't think so?
No. It depends definitely on the people who are using that, because I'm using these things as well as inspiration for questions, but also from a code perspective. I'm not a developer. But now I have the opportunity to build some stuff that I really need. But I wasn't able in the past. I wasn't able to do that, and now I'm able to do that. And yes, I'm learning even from that, because I know if I read code, I can understand what it does. I can't create it, but I can understand what it does.
No, my concern, I think, is more about the newer analysts, not people like us, right?
Because we have some background knowledge.
Who know the fundamentals, who know the deep technical.
You're
and
to lose
that
the
is
fundamentals.
very helpful.
Yeah,
I already know this. You know what? Tell me, hey,
It
But
depends how it really depends how you use it. Also from a learning perspective, if you're coming from school, you can use it in an optimal way, but you do need to check what AI is delivering to you. That's
You do
the
need to verify. That's the thing, right?
The knowledge is not within AI. Yeah, there is knowledge, but the real knowledge is behind it, and that's the human.
That's the human, right? All right.
Still
What
have
else
to
you got?
learn how to ask the right questions and I've been talking a lot to Sander Rosemüller. He's a script guy, and he's got some opinions about people using Copilot, ChatGPT with coding because they're missing out the basics. The first steps are right, but if you want to follow up on those, so you want to create a little bit more of your application, then they're going to fail up because that it doesn't match anymore, and that's why you need the basics. So
You need to check my code.
yeah.
But that's what I always say. I had a conversations already a few times. I can create an app or a web page or whatever, and that's good, that's working. But before I will change that to production and to deliver that to my customers, it is checked by someone who is a real developer, so it's optimized.
Yeah,
That's a good thing.
that's a good way.
But coming back to the Copilot in Intune, because that was the question probably.
You went sideways.
Go for it. Right.
I think for the junior people it can be helpful. So I always say like you get basic,
Yeah.
expert and advanced people working on stuff. It will help them figure out stuff in an easier way. Why is this device not compliant? Can you tell me something about it? Can you
It could speed up the process to figure out what was happening.
figure out why this one is compliant and this isn't? It can be helpful for the first line of help desk or anything else. So I'm liking it,
Yeah.
but the pricing part I don't like.
I see.
Well, Jose did a nice tip and trick yesterday, but you weren't there, so maybe you need to talk to Jose for a while.
Maybe you can tell it right now.
No, I do not know it anymore. There's some actual usage instead of paying upfront for the SCU within Copilot. So it is possible to get some lower prices on it, but it's still expensive.
Yeah.
Totally agree. One last question from me. You're covering 10 critical Windows 11 protections. Which one do you see most often misconfigured or failing in real world environment?
Good question.
Well, that's more a question for Joost, I think.
Probably,
these days.
in my opinion, security baselines.
See, it comes back to that.
Because of?
Not knowing what kind of sessions you're going to pull down on your devices because it's a template from Microsoft.
Yeah.
And
With also device guard enabled in it and all those things that could possibly break your device or break your autopilot enrollment because it will trigger a reboot during autopilot. And a lot of people don't know it because they configured, enable the security baseline, and then suddenly your device reboots during autopilot. Why is it happening? Well, they don't know because, again, they just enable it and they don't know what's inside.
Yeah. They just click on the main and then they don't drill down into.
And target it to all devices. Thank you
target
very
all
much.
devices.
And
See you
that's
next
why
week.
our session in this afternoon is about not doing that.
Yeah.
And why is it fun to attend your session?
Because it does. It is us, but
A stand-up comedian.
we're
With a
seeing
little
the
technical
I can ask Sammy
troublemakers.
to come.
Yeah.
The stand-up comedian from last night.
He was good as well.
Yeah.
But that's, in my opinion, how a session needs to be. You can talk a lot of technical details, but if the story is not funny, you will lose people.
Right.
So there will be a fun story.
Every 5-6 slides.
Probably. Yeah.
Nice. Looking forward to the session. Thanks for joining here in this interview and the
Thanks for having us.
all the clarifications.
You guys are
that you
amazing.
gave.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys.
Right.
And if you're watching, I think let's have a small look at the schedule. We are up to Diwakar and Albert on the Intune architecture and infrastructure at 10 o'clock. So probably 5 minutes late, but that will be the next recording. Tune in if you want to know what's happening there, and that's also the next recording that I will publish on our YouTube channels. So keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on our social media channels. Watch out for us. I say until the next time. Thank you.
Thanks for joining the Workplace Ninja podcast. Stay curious, stay connected, and keep sharpening your ninja skills. Until next time.